Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to Thomas Battles with your host, MrMPS. Battling today will be WoodenRailwayOnly, First Time Fighter, WoodenRS, First Time Fighter, and LEGO Lover 117, Second Appearance. And now, onto the battle. Hello there everybody, MrMPS here. I was about to say 2002, but that's not my username anymore. Here for another episode of Thomas Battles. This is going to be a very interesting episode since we have two new fighters and one returning fighter. So, as you heard in the intro, let's introduce our fighters. In his second appearance, since he doesn't want me to mention the loss he had, since apparently that'd be rude or something, oops, I just mentioned it, it's LEGO Lover 117.
'Cause I'm a wuss. Hi, everybody. This is exactly what I wanted. All of you versus all...
Shut up! No, we're not...
How exactly can you possibly hope to stop
This kid has been quoting frickin' everything all day. I was about to say a bad word there. He's been quoting stuff all day, and I'm not about that. Anyways, moving on the line. Next, we have...
Oh, come on.
Next, we have Sam, a.k.a. WoodenRS, a former member of the channel.
That's it, I'm back, and this time I'm not the most boringest thing on here.
The most boringest thing. Good grammar.
Yeah,
I could have made another quote there, but I didn't. I could have quoted Arnie, but I didn't.
Shut up, LEGO Lover. And finally, it's him. It's the man himself. It is WoodenRailwayOnly, another first-time fighter.
Hello, thanks for having me on. Super busy guy. Leave it at that.
Yes, you are. Try not to leave in the middle of this battle, because it's been a whole thing.
You hold a show back, so.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, now that we've introduced everybody, let us get to the battles. Let them fight! That was really anticlimactic. Anyways, guys, let's start up with round one, which is Best Human Character in Thomas and Friends. Let's start with LEGO Lover. LEGO Lover.
Oh. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I got it pulled up. Okay, so for best human character, I chose the one, the only, Sir Topham Hatt.
Oof. Alright, WoodenRailwayOnly, what do you got?
I have Mr. Conductor.
Really?
Oof.
And Sam.
I actually chose an oddball, the driver.
Well, that's great. I'm glad that we don't have a group of all three people who all chose Sir Topham Hatt, because that'd be really boring. Alright, yeah. Let's start with WoodenRailwayOnly. I'm very interested to hear this. Why don't you argue why Mr. Conductor is the best human character?
I feel as if Mr. Conductor is the best human character due to he was played by Alec Baldwin, which was he was currently the narrator of the series when Thomas and the Magic Railroad came out.
Is that supposed to be an advantage or a bad thing?
That's really not
advantage.
I'm not really
sure.
advantage.
I think it's a mix.
But then,
anyways, I shouldn't be fighting for you. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, he was also in Shining Time Station, which also had, which you know, guys, played Thomas, and he was also played by Ringo Starr, Mr. Conductor. Another thing, and he was just a great character. He added humor and was like a very main character to the Magic Railroad.
Okay, LEGO Lover, tell us why Sir Topham Hatt's the best human character.
Okay, so Sir Topham Hatt, first off, his comedy is actually pretty funny. I mean, if you have seen the season 19 episodes, he's got some pretty funny cracks and quips in there. Also, he has an established relationship with his engines, and he also thinks of his engines as family, and so he tries his best to keep his railway in order, and I just think that makes his character more interesting and actually fun to watch.
Alright, Sam.
Okay, so, now here's why I chose the driver. Yeah, I know exactly what you guys are thinking. Why just him? Well, without the driver, everything would just not make sense. Because he is responsible for getting the engine's jobs done, not the engines themselves. And yes, there was a dark time where the engines apparently moved by themselves, Chuggington style. But the driver doesn't really get much credit. Like, come on, seriously, what do you just imagine engines just moving by themselves?
All right.
Yeah, it's called Tom. Yeah, it's called Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Yeah, you knock each knock each other down, you guys. Yeah, knock each other down. Why the other person's argument is wrong and why yours is right.
You say, Sam, that the drivers are responsible for getting the engine's jobs finished. Who exactly schedules those jobs? That's right, the controller of the railway. And who is that? Sir Topham Hatt.
Then
Okay,
again, with the
even though
driver
you-
too, a lot of the time, the engine is blamed for the accident. When is the driver ever blamed for the accident? Think of that.
That is kind of true.
And then, I guess Sir Topham Hatt.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to argue against your Topham Hatt, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, because he's the fat controller.
I mean, do you guys really have anything to argue against?
No, I don't.
The railway
So you guys are
is
just gonna
fine.
you're just gonna acquiesce and give him the point?
Sure.
All right, Lego Lover gets the point. Yeah.
Yay!
The quote master wins the first round.
Yeah, Sam, you got in a good hit there with bringing up the.
That was one I didn't think that you would throw in there. Just
yeah,
the driver.
bringing up.
You know, originally I thought that everyone would say, like I did predict that Sir Tom Hatt or Mr. Conductor would be said, like, someone like Burnett Stone or P.T. Boomer or someone else.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, Burnett Stone sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
got in.
He does.
Sam, you got in a good hit there with the Chuggington dig. The engines all move Chuggington style.
Yep.
But Lego Lover he hit harder, both from the fact that you guys acquiesced and gave him the point, and that he was the one that mentioned that it was the drivers that actually scheduled the jobs, and then WoodenRailwayOnly, well, he was sort of out as soon as he said Mr. Conductor, so.
Yeah.
Aw.
Because
No
it was kind of
offense, buddy.
played by Alec Baldwin, which Alec Baldwin's an okay actor. He was good in Mission Impossible 5, but in Magic Railroad, he was just overacting.
All right, time for
But,
the next point.
yeah.
Time for the next round. All right, guys, round 2. We all know the movie Soda's Legend of the Lost Treasure is coming up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Of course we do. First
Oh,
of all,
yeah, of course.
before we start the
That.
round, let me just ask you guys, are we all looking forward to the movie?
Heck yeah.
Of course we
I would
are.
curse. So yes.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad we all are, otherwise this question wouldn't make any sense. Question 2. What are we most looking forward to in Legend of the Lost Treasure? Let's start with Sam.
Okay, so, what we should be looking forward to the most are the small railway engines.
Okay, WoodenRailwayOnly.
I have the action and adventure.
All right, Lego Lover.
Dang it, Sam. Small railway engines.
Well, you guys can here we get to a predicament. You guys can either choose to team up and argue for the small railway engines together, and if you argue together, you would get 1 point each. But if you chose to team up and you lost, WoodenRailwayOnly would get 2 points. So otherwise you could argue separately, and I would just award a point to the person that convinced me the most. Do you guys want to team up?
Well,
you think,
I'm
Sam?
fine either way.
Let's team up.
There's
I
an
haven't
awful
teamed-
lot of risk, but yeah,
I feel
let's
like I have a
team
good
up.
argument. I wouldn't mind 2 points.
I
Okay.
haven't teamed up with anyone yet.
All right, great. Lego Lover and Sam are teaming up to talk about the RZL engines to take on WoodenRailwayOnly. But first, let's go to WoodenRailwayOnly to hear what he has to say about the action and adventure.
I'm looking forward to the adventurous part of the movie as seen from like the trailers and I guess the leaked footage and everything. There are apparently a couple of scenes showing action and thrills, and the BBC from the UK even said mild action, making it PG, so dynamite explosions, crashing engines, such as that scene where Thomas like falls down that giant, I don't know, hole in the ground that I guess he caused. I don't know. An excellent chase scene with Sailor John and Skiff, water landing, and an awesome animation.
Okay, over to the tag team. Appoint one of you to talk about, to give your lead argument here. Which one of you wants?
Okay, here is my lead argument.
All right.
I chose
I guess
small
Sam's giving
railway...
the argument then. All right, cool.
Yay!
Go ahead.
Okay, so I chose the small railway engines because this is the very first time in years that a railway series character was introduced in the TV series. Sure, yeah, we got the Scots back, but these are characters who, if back in the dark days of Sharon Miller, someone said we were getting the small railway engines, I would say, seriously, dude, that's not going to happen. But Brenner actually remembers that there are several characters from the Railway series that he can introduce instead of making other new characters, Charlie. So the fact that we get these guys today means that we can most likely get other characters like Wilbert, Pip and Emma, Bear, D199, maybe even the Works Diesel. So, yeah, that's kind of my part of it. What would Lego Lover like to say?
Yeah, if you want to add on just a little bit, Lego Lover, don't make a whole different point, but,
I really don't have any other points besides the fact that the Railway series enthusiasts will go nuts because of how much they love the Railway series. But adding on to what Sam said...
well, can we finally get Rindale to shut up with his frickin'
yes,
complaints?
Please!
Because it's too bloody Americanized. Where's my tea?
Alright, anyways, anything else you have to say?
Beating off of what Sam said about the Arsdale engines being introduced, they won't be one-off characters. They will actually be there for a long time. They're not Billy. They're not Hector. They're not all these one-off characters that are just
They're not Reg. I'm in the movie. Or Reg. I'm in the movie.
Reg.
I'm in the movie. But yeah, they're not those one-off merchandising characters. They will actually have a character to them. And yeah, they will have some merchandise, but doesn't every character nowadays?
Okay, well, you guys just clash at each other, I guess. Just get in there and just tell me why the other person's wrong, I guess.
I'm jumping in right away with Lego Lover said merchandising characters. And if you think of it, not every single one of the trio of the Arsdale engines have been released to any of the ranges, like all three of them together. Trackmaster, Mike only, Tank Along, or Take and Play, whatever. Was it Mike and Rex? And then Wooden Railway, Bert and Mike. Do we know they're going to make the trio? We don't know. And also,
but I said that they're not just merchandising characters. And yes, they will make Rex one day. Just give them time. They can't churn out models every 5 minutes.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Can I do a PSA really quick? For all you people on Twitter freaking out, chill out for half a second. They're gonna make the models. Just chill out because you don't see Bert in your local Toys R Us yet. Calm down.
Why wouldn't
this
they?
This has been a PSA by an MPS.
I'm sorry. Anyways, go back to the battle line. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. I'm tired of spamming my Twitter feed. Oh, Bert, they're not making Bert. Oh, shut up. Anyway, sorry, back.
Why wouldn't they make the models, though? Because it's a perfect way for them to cash in. Of course they're going to make Rex. And of course he's going to be a repaint of Mike and Bert. Of course they're going to make him.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Back to the fight.
Just give them time. Okay, now back to the fight.
I'm sorry.
Back to the Mortal Kombat version of TWR.
Awkward. Back to the Mortal Kombat. Yep. Awkward silence.
Okay, so
does anybody have any more points to make?
Like, I sort of have something.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you make an episode? I don't think you can make a 8-minute long episode only about the Arsdale engines. I mean, there are only 3 of them so far. I mean, yeah, they may have Frank and the Blister twins coming to the series. You never know, but still, do you think 3 engines can sustain a 8-minute period of time?
Yes, I think they can. I think they could get into some hijinks over on the Arsdale branch line. I think is what it's called. I have no idea.
Yeah, whatever.
But I mean, you could have Mike ran some trucks into the ballast loader and have it crash on Bert or something, and have them, and then have them get scolded for that or whatever, and then have them redeem themselves or something like that. Great.
Okay, I've come to a decision. It was very close. It was sort of tit for tat there. Each person was making good points. Sam, that Charlie dig was just that was great. That was really on point. Wooden Railway Only, your point about how it just looks like such a fun, crazy adventure. I totally agree. It looks so fun. But Lego Lover sold me just a little bit more. When he talked about how they're not just one-off characters, about how they're fun, they have different characterizations that you can get into so many fun adventures. Like you pitching that idea about Mike and Rex with the cold order, I want to see that episode now. So I gotta give it to the tag team just because of how well Lego Lover sold it. So Lego Lover and Sam get points, and WoodenRailwayOnly, I'm sorry, you're still not on the board yet, buddy. You'll get there soon enough.
Yes! Interweb high five!
Woohoo!
Hey,
I'm doing this round.
Can I just say, though, that it is amazing that we're getting the Arsdale engine at all. All these things are amazing. The action and adventure, the explosions. I never thought I'd see like an actual dynamite explosion in Thomas and Friends. I never thought I'd see the Arsdale engines. If you would have told me like 2 years ago that the Arsdale engines were coming to the series, I would have punched you in the face and spat at you and said, "No way, you're crazy." And now here we are.
And besides, the only explosions that would possibly be in Thomas and Friends a couple of years back would be explosions of rainbows or something else, because that's just how childish it got.
Fireworks.
Yep. Well, we're gonna have a murderer's row of great things with Soda's Legend of the Lost Treasure. All right, guys, let's move on to the next round.
We're getting a freaking action Thomas film, not Die Hard action, but it's still action.
Yeah. All right, next round. So, guys, Legend of the Lost Treasure has what looks like it's going to be a good villain, right? In Sailor John, our first major human villain, not counting P.T. Boomer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Sure.
guys. So that ties into question 3. Who is the best villain in Thomas and Friends? And I'm gonna have WoodenRailwayOnly start off this round.
P.T. Boomer.
Okay. Lego Lover.
Why is everyone stealing my topics? P.T. Boomer.
Sam.
Diesel.
Okay. Again, I offer Lego Lover and WoodenRailwayOnly the tag team option or the fight separately option.
I'll help you,
think,
bro.
Mel?
Let's team up.
All right.
All right, so we're having another tag team, and at first I wasn't quite.
This time I'm the loner.
Yeah, this time Sam's the loner. All right, guys, Sam, you go first. Explain to me why Diesel is the best Thomas villain.
So I chose Diesel because when he was first introduced, all he wanted was revenge, because when Diesel arrived, he was tricked by Duck into looking like a fool. And so, like anyone would, he then made Duck look horrid, punishing him for making him look bad, because Diesel, of course, thinks that Diesels are the new thing and that Duck wants him to look like a joke. So overall, Diesel is just like anyone getting vengeance for getting tricked.
Right off the bat, I'm deducting a point from you for saying the word horrid, because that's only a word British people can say. So
I'm sorry, but it was in the episode. So
are they as horrid as the horrid lorries?
all right, well, just because Lego Lover said it too, I'm not going to deduct your point anymore. Speaking of Lego Lover tag team,
You're welcome, Sam.
Speaking of Lego Lover tag team, appoint someone to explain why P.T. Boomer's the best villain.
Okay, so first of all, he actually had motivations to be a villain. Yes, you could argue that Diesel wanted vengeance, but is that really good motivation? Like, really, Boomer actually had a reason to go after the steam engines and all of that. It's because he didn't believe in magic. He didn't think that worked out for him, so he was just like, all right, I'm going to take out the magical engine because, I want to. And he actually had motivations to do with that. It wasn't technically vengeance. It was actual motivation.
Okay, anything to add on to that, WoodenRailwayOnly?
Well, I think, wasn't it P.T. Boomer that he doesn't he want revenge on what's his name?
Stone.
Burnett Stone for stealing his girl?
Mr.
What was it,
Steal
a
Yo
dancer?
Girl. I'm sorry,
Steal your girl.
I shouldn't have done that. Negative points for me. Anyways.
-1 points.
Anyways, he's like getting his revenge and well, I can't. Jeez. Burnett Stone for stealing his girl and destroying his dreams, like Burnett Stone apparently did to him. Like, why was Diesel 10 so mean and Thomas and the Magic Railroad? Really, we are unsure. But in the original strip, we are 100% sure why the tag team there was so like against Lady.
He was
and everything.
basically a villain for the sake of being a villain.
Yeah.
Kinda like Malekith in Thor 2.
Ugh, we do not speak of Thor 2.
we do not speak of
Thor 2.
Thor 3 coming out soon.
hopefully that'll be better. Anyways, back on topic. Sam, anything else you want to talk about with Diesel and why he's better than Peachy Boomer?
Well,
She's not.
for one fact, at least my choice actually exists.
Okay, well, you know.
The original script.
I'm not.
The original
I know,
script.
The
director's
script was written.
I'm not
it was
holding
shot.
this against them.
It was shot. There's a cut roaming around somewhere, so PT Boomer is
Yeah,
around.
true.
I knew someone was
until
gonna
then,
pick
right
it,
now,
so
he's-
I
But he does exist.
I allowed it.
Like,
That's
there's that one leak.
I am gonna
I don't
allow
know.
that. Yeah,
Chase scene with him in it.
let that be stricken from the record, Sam. Just that's stricken from the record. Let's just pretend like PC Boomer he exists. So do you have any other points?
I can't win this one. Okay, just give them the points.
Okay, he acquiesces again. Lego Lover and WoodenRailway only get the point.
WoodenRailwayOnly's
So
on the
literally
board.
about to
Yay.
say Diesel is not an antagonist most of the time now.
Yeah, that is
So-
Yeah,
true.
he's basically
because
a
they've been
protagonist
buttering
now
up his
because they
character.
changed his voice, and I hate that voice.
Yep.
Don't we
Well,
all?
just as a recap, the points right now are Lego Lover has 3 points, Sam and WoodenRailway only each have 1 point. So one of you could, if one of you two has to sweep the next 2 rounds to get into the speed round with Lego Lover, because yes, I am going to be doing one of those.
Ooh.
Because speed rounds are fun, but it's gonna.
Also,
What Lego Lover?
also before we move on, I just wanted to say that Sailor John might be taking inspiration from Boomer's character with the dynamite and all that.
Yeah, that's true. Because in the original script, he used to be called PT Bomber. I believe that was a rumor that he was going to be called. Okay.
He also used dynamite to blow Thomas off of the cliff. It wasn't the wind; it was dynamite.
Yes.
Freaking soccer moms that had to ruin the film.
All right, guys. Let's move on.
windy up here.
Let's move on to the next round. So, Sailor John is a villain, and he's going to be voiced by John Hurt, who is a famous movie star. So, round 4 is
Harry Potter.
which star should appear in the next Thomas movie voicing a character. Let's start with Lego Lover.
James Arnold Taylor.
Voicing. If you didn't know, you had to come up with it. That's okay.
Oh no, who did I peg him as? I pegged him as Jock.
Okay. Sam.
I chose Morgan Freeman as Boko or Duke.
Okay. And WoodenRailway only.
I chose Robert Downey Jr. as Gordon.
All right. Well, none of you get the point because the correct answer was The Rock as Diesel 10.
I was actually toying
That
with
would be
putting
great
that
if
in.
that happened, though.
I was actually toying with putting that, but I didn't because I knew I wouldn't get the point if I did.
All right, guys. Despite the fact that none of you picked the correct answer, which was, of course, The Rock as Diesel 10, I'm going to allow you to argue it anyways. Let's start off with Lego Lover. Why should James Arnold Taylor appear voicing Jock?
Because James Arnold Taylor, for one thing, he can do a miraculous amount of voices. Like, have you seen this guy? He is Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, or he was. He was Johnny Test on Cartoon Network. He's so many other characters, and he's basically a chameleon. He can slide into any role, and I think that he could do the perfect Jock voice. I apologize for the stuttering.
That's okay. I'm sorry. Is the Johnny Test thing? Is that supposed to be a positive? Because Johnny Test was not so good, but
I like Johnny Test.
I'll allow you to slide that one past me, anyways. Sam, why should Morgan?
I like Johnny Test.
That's nice. Why should Morgan Freeman appear in the series, Sam?
Can I just
So,
say that we all
I
knew that someone was going to pick Morgan Freeman?
Oh yeah.
We all knew it.
It
Alright.
had to be me. Okay, so anyway, I chose the soothing voice of Morgan Freeman because he would make a good voice actor for Boko or Duke because his voice just booms wisdom. Like, can you imagine Boko telling the twins off. Could you just imagine that?
Yes, I can. Him telling he's done it before. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about
I'm talking about Morgan
Morgan
Freeman.
Freeman. Oh, whoopsie poopsie. Anyways.
Yep.
Okay. The Wooden Railway Only. Yeah, your turn.
Yo!
Robert Downey Jr. as Gordon. Well, let me just say, Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor. He has potential as a voice actor because you know how he plays Iron Man and a couple other people. He plays a perfect, like, hot-headed person. Like, I can do this, like that, like exactly Gordon's character. So I think he'd be like a perfect position for Gordon. He's a funny guy and he'd add humor to the show.
Okay. With that, guys, fight, spar at each other.
Going with what you said when Marilyn was saying Robert Downey Jr. as Gordon and Gordon's a hothead, I don't see Gordon as a hothead, actually. I see him as a little...
James as a hothead.
Yeah, I'd say James is a hothead, and I see Gordon as a little butthurt, actually.
Dang.
Or Mike. Mike's kind of hot-headed.
That's not saying I don't like...
Yeah, like, we love Robert Downey Jr. He's a great Tony Stark.
Everybody loves
Yeah,
Robert
I
Downey
love
Jr.
Robert Downey
If you don't love him,
Jr.,
where have you been?
and I really like Gordon. I just think that his voice right now suits him perfectly. Like, that's always how I envisioned him sounding. And I don't think Robert Downey Jr. is a good fit for Gordon, because for one thing, Robert Downey Jr. would sound a bit young for Gordon, and Gordon's supposed to be, what, 150?
He's supposed to be like this old...
He's supposed to be really old, and Robert Downey Jr. is only 50, so... But he sounds like he's 30, so I just don't think he'd be a perfect fit for Gordon. I think he'd be a better fit for, like, one of the
episode, like Lost Property, where, like, as going back to saying Gordon's not really a hothead. If you think of the episode Lost Property, where Thomas comes in, he's like, "Sir, sir," and then Gordon's like, "Oh, you don't need to call me sir, Thomas." That's what I see as.
Which, by the way, that's a great line.
Yeah, that's a great line, but that's not being a hothead. That's being ego.
Egotistical.
That's having a giant ego. That's not being hot-headed.
Yeah.
Nice addition there, Sam. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. But still, anyway, and, well, I don't think I have much to say.
So you got you got nothing?
Oh no, maybe
I don't think I have anything.
does Hit have the the money to have Morgan Freeman voice the character?
Yeah, I don't think they have the cash to hire Morgan
We're not
Freeman.
taking the.
Yes, they had the cash to hire Eddie Redmayne as Ryan and John Hurt as Sailor John, but are those guys...
Listen, I thought about this. We're not taking into account if Hit has the money or not. This is a hypothetical, theoretical scenario. It's a dream scenario.
Okay, yeah, I think I might have something to
But
say.
seriously, though, are like those guys popular enough to ask for giant paychecks? I don't think so.
I haven't heard you guys knock down James Arnold Taylor a lot.
Like,
that's because you can't. Have you heard him as Obi-Wan Kenobi?
What? Wouldn't really only?
Jack was a young character, and would he be able to fit in as a character for a young character? I don't want him sounding like Johnny Test, because that'd be really creepy.
Yeah, that really wouldn't.
Well, I'm not saying that he would sound like Johnny. I'd say he would, be like in that, I don't know, like teenage mindset.
I imagine Jack being like Luke. That makes sense. Like that sort of. I must admit, voice.
I think that he would be fit for like one of the more younger engines, like Luke. I must admit, I must agree with WoodenRailwayOnly on that.
He can do older voices as well. He's he can.
It just depends. What voice would he use?
He's basically a chameleon. Like I said, he can slide into any role and make it perfect.
Well, that's not what I meant. Like, what would you ideally think Jock would sound like?
I'm not entirely sure.
All right, guys, I got it. I've made my decision here. I've been sort of thinking this over in my head. Sam, I apologize, but I'm knocking you out here right away because you had nothing to say. You had basically,
I know.
Pardon the expression, you had no meat on your bones. You were close because you got Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman always gets the point, or nearly always gets the point. Always gets respect points at least. And so
I gave him a point for
and I was
the Madagascar Lemurs movie.
let's not talk about that. I was stuck between Lego Lover and Wooden Railway Only. And it's really tough between you two. But the problem is, Lego Lover only really had one thing to say about James Arnold Taylor. And that was the chameleon thing. You just kept bringing that up. You didn't really defend it that well. So for that reason alone, that and also Wooden Railway Only bringing up that he didn't want Jock sounding like Johnny Test, which was really funny. I'm going to give it to Wooden Railway Only, but it was very, very tight. Just barely. He got through by the skin of his teeth.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you, but my teeth are pretty thick.
All right. Good to know, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know
Thanks.
that.
Great.
Thanks for that.
That's great.
I just ruined the moment. Dang.
Yes, you did.
You just ruined your own moment.
All right, guys, time for round 5. On a completely different topic, what is the most underrated Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends season of the TV series? Let's start with Sam.
I chose season 9.
Okay, the Wooden Railway Only.
I chose Lego Lover, You're Gonna Love This, season 7.
Lego
Screw
Lover.
you, Railway Only. Contrary to popular belief, I don't like season 7, but I chose season 5 because that's the right answer.
I'm going to put aside my personal beliefs here because if we were picking on choices, one of you would win. But I'm putting aside my personal choices right now.
I can already guess who would win.
I'm picking it based on your arguments. I'm gonna start off with Lego Lover. I want to hear your argument first.
Okay, so people give season 5 so much crap because it's not Railway Series. You know what? Thomas doesn't have to be just Railway Series. There can be some cool and original stories written in there. And that's all season 5 was. Cool, action-filled, original stories. And for the most part, it was great.
For the most part.
For the most part, there are some duds in there, but about 95% is absolutely brilliant.
Right. Okay, Sam.
Okay, so I chose season 9 because it was, of course, the dawn of the age of terrible writing. Nobody really remembers it as it isn't memorable at all. The only thing that I remember about it is it sucked.
You're throwing the argument for yourself right now. You do realize that, right? I'm asking
it's
the most underrated, which means it's good, but people don't recognize
You're saying how
Ooh.
bad your season is.
that. Sam's out of the argument again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I am.
All
Bye,
right.
Sam.
Sorry,
I'm
Sam.
as bad as Roman.
Sorry, Sam. Wooden Railway Only. Let's hear
Oh,
your
Roman's
argument.
gonna hate you when he sees this.
So,
I know.
season 7. Every episode was filled with a story to entertain, and most episodes were very entertaining. The UK had great music, even though the US dubs... I mean, I do like the US dubs because I grew up with those. Those were okay. But the UK were great. One of the best seasons of music, in my opinion. Last great season before season 17, which was... like season 17, not season 7. And didn't we all grow up with season 7? So they were all coming out in DVDs at the time and VHS?
Okay.
No, actually, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
grow up
Start
with much of
fighting.
season 7. I mean, I had some, but when I watched them, I was like, this feels out of place. Because for one thing, season 7 gave us Michael Brandon. Michael frickin' Brandon as the narrator.
Oh, okay,
And
I'm
I'm sure
sorry.
you all...
I'm sorry. I thought you just said my uncle Brandon, because your Skype lagged for some
My uncle was the narrator. No,
My uncle.
It's like, what did your uncle Brandon have to do with anything with this? I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have distracted you. Keep arguing.
I'm sure that you can guess my feelings on Michael Brandon's narration. It's not great. It's not good either. But season 7 just
he
feels
gave the
out
right
of
characters.
place. Season 7
He
just
gave
feels
characters
out
their
of place.
different voices. Don't get me wrong, Alec Baldwin did that, but sometimes the characters would sound exactly the same. Michael Brandon gave each and every character a different voice. That's what I liked about it.
Did he really? Because he made...
Yes,
Okay,
he did.
guys, we're not arguing about who's the best narrator right now. We'll save that for... I'm saving that for the next fight, probably, or something like that.
Have that topic for the next one.
Yeah, that's probably... I'll say that for the next one. Back to the topic on hand. We're talking about the seasons here. We're not talking about the narrators. Lego Lover brought up the Michael Brandon point, which is a good point. We're talking about the seasons here, not the narrators.
But can I just
Season
say...
5 was really dark. Take it as that. Like, not really dark, but it was a step in a different direction. And, I mean,
Which is
episodes
a
were
great
enjoyable.
thing. It's wonderful that they basically took that risk and made it a horror type season, really, because come on, Stepney almost died in that season. And that was the first time we had ever seen that, because
And I almost pissed myself watching that episode as a little kid.
Exactly. I was scared out of my pants when I first saw that episode. Now it's my
Thomas
favorite.
fell in the title pool in season 7.
What'd you say?
Thomas fell in the title pool in season 7, right off of pure real doc.
But he didn't almost die. His face was above the water. He wouldn't have drowned. They gotten crushed.
But
we
would
also-
a TV show kill a character? Like a kid's TV show kill a character?
Yes, they do it all the time.
Kids TV shows? I don't know.
Remind you that there's this thing. There's the ghost engines. There's other engines. There's all those engines that have been scrapped in the scrapyard.
Scrap engines.
Have we
Stepney just...
ever heard about how they died? Or watched them die?
The ghost engine fell off the bridge.
Yeah.
But we never saw them actually fall off the bridge.
Yes, we did. We watched them go off.
Yes, we did.
That was Peter Sam's model that fell off the bridge.
Oh, no, I was thinking something else. I was thinking of the freaking Timothy creepypasta stuff.
Oh,
No,
don't
we are
put
not
that.
talking.
No, we are not discussing
No!
that. We are,
I-
no,
Get out of
Don't-
here.
no.
No, the engine fell off the
frickin'.
bridge, but he didn't die. It was a made-up story.
It
Now
wasn't
the
made up, though.
now the frickin' trolls are
It
gonna
was.
come spam the comments of this video talking about Timothy.
Oh, God.
Great, thanks, Wooden Railway.
Thanks,
Only.
Wooden Railway
So,
Only.
Thanks, WoodenRailwayOnly.
Ugh. Anyways, I've come to my decision. Anyways, Wooden Railway Only had a good point about how it was the last great season until the recent season,
Which it was.
But Lego Lover had the knock on you for Michael Brandon, and you said that it was a step in a different direction, which was an interesting point, because it actually convinced me that Lego Lover was right. Because I think it was a step in a direction that the series needed. He convinced me with the darkness and whatever of the season.
Stepney almost died.
Yes, it
And
was going
freaking
away from
Avery
just,
and Bert were actual villains. They were credible threats.
it was going away from just being a little kiddie show.
They've gotten their
and
balls
it was-
cut off in the recent series.
Thank you. Anyways, I'm giving the point to Lego Lover 117.
Woohoo!
So, and before anybody yells at me in the comments, yes, Season 5 is my favorite season, but that was not based off my love for the season. It's based off the arguments. That's why I'm trying to give the points. So before anybody accuses me of frickin' just being biased here, whatever, go away. Okay, guys, well, Sam, unfortunately you are eliminated. I'm so sorry. Next time, ask me if you don't understand the meaning of a word, please.
Yeah, I know.
Or look it up in the
Yeah,
giant
Yeah.
pages
yeah,
and
because
words, whatever that is.
Yes.
I think
Okay,
it's
guys.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go into silence.
No, I will help you. I'll have you help me judge with this 3-question speedrun we have coming up.
Oh,
So
yeah,
right
I'm
now-
still here.
So right now, as a point stand, Lego Lover has 3 points. Wooden Railway only has 2 points. Wooden Railway only is coming in with a 1-point advantage, but he can gain 2 points, and he could theoretically take the win from Lego Lover if he answered quickly enough and if he got lucky. So basically, how the speedrun
I'm
works.
going under Lego Lover. You said I gotta have a 1-point advantage. Lego Lover's got it.
Oh, sorry, you have a 1-point disadvantage. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is how the speedrun works, if you guys don't know this already. 3 questions that I ask very quickly. I'll say, what is the best blah, blah, blah. So, for example, if I said, this has been a question already. So if I said, what's the best Thomas and Friends movie? If both of you said Thomas and the Magic Railroad, if, say, Wooden Railway only said it first, I would give the point to Wooden Railway only. But if Wooden Railway only said Magic Railroad and Lego Lover said The Adventure Begins, then you would each argue for a different thing. But in a quick argument. Do you all understand?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Let's start the speed round. The first speed round question, and this is a broad choice, so I'll ask you to choose from like a pool that you'll, I guess, yeah, you'll see what it is. Who is the best small railway engine? Come on, let's go, folks. Who is
Bert.
speed
John.
round?
Let's do it.
Okay, why Bert? Wooden Railway Only.
Bert is the oldest of the bunch, oldest built, and he just got history behind him, and he's got facts, and I don't know, he knows his stuff. He keeps Mike and Rex in order after they bicker all the time, and he just got experience.
All right, Lego Lover.
That actually makes him sound pretty boring because Jock is young. He's basically able to have fun most of the time. What you said was Bert was just an old fart who sat there and was like, stop fighting. We cannot have fun here. But then Jock comes in and is like, hey guys, we can have fun here. Let's joke around. Let's push some trucks into the ballast loader. Come on, let's go do it.
Oof. This
Yeah,
is a
but
tough
Bert,
one.
he can joke around with the engines too, and he can also teach Jock the rules and how the rails work and everything, since Jock's young and just built.
What if he already knows those rules?
All right, guys.
Just built though.
Let's calm down here. I'm gonna activate Sam to help me figure this one out. Sam, who would you pick out of the two?
So, it's
Who gave
versus
the
Jock, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, now
Don't give me a long-winded explanation.
I'm not
Just say
giving you
Lego
a
Lover,
long-winded
Wooden Railway
explanation.
Only.
I'm kind of rolling in the favor Lego Lover right now.
As am I. I'm gonna give Lego Lover the point for this one round. All right. Here we come to our next speedrun question. Which character is less annoying, Charlie or Rosie?
Charlie.
Oh God,
Rosie.
we have one heck of a argument here.
Okay.
I got Rosie.
Lego Lover said Charlie first. Why Charlie?
Because at least Charlie's not a stalker. I mean, yes, I don't like Charlie that much, but at least in the newer series, he's getting better. He is like not saying stupid jokes and like.
Oh, you're losing me. Oh, you're losing me with it. Oh.
See, Rosie, we haven't heard her talk since what, the 13th season or whatever. So
That's
how
good.
can she be annoying? And
Wooden
Charlie,
Railway
he's just
only
like,
gets it. Yeah.
I shouldn't have picked Charlie. Dang it!
I'm not even gonna let that one go past. Wooden Railway only got
It's the
that
fact
one.
that Rosie hasn't talked.
I'm
since
just
season
saying
2.
I hate Charlie right now. I hate Charlie.
It pained me to hear Lego Lover try and defend Charlie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He tried
I'm
to
sorry.
actually
get this.
defend
We all hate
Charlie.
Charlie.
That's such a sick
All right.
no.
The final speedrun question. I just hit my desk. I apologize. That was loud. What is the best Thomas song? Go.
Ooh.
never,
Let's have a
never,
race.
never give up.
Okay, I heard Lego Lover first. Lego Lover, why is Let's Have a Race better than Never Never Forgive Up?
Let's Have a
That's not
Race
very
is just
fast.
a really good song. Dang it. You can you can cut all that crap out, but you can do such a variety of things with it. Like you can screw it. Wooden Railway only gets a point. I can't.
Thanks, man.
You acquiesce. Oh my god, this makes a tie. What?
Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? It's a tie.
Wooden Railway only has 4 points, and Lego Lover has 4 points as well.
I just really like the song because
Oh, wait.
it was childhood.
I need to Oh, never mind. I didn't see. Lego Lover wins.
I do?
Despite the fact that he acquiesced at the end, Lego Lover still wins. He got 5 points there. He won Best Human Character, tied with Sam for Legends of the Lost Treasure, tied with Wooden Railway Only for Best Villain in Thomas and Friends, won the most underrated Thomas season, and won the Best Small Railway Engines. That's 5 points to Lego Lover's 4, or not Lego Lover, to Wooden Railway Only's 4. Lego Lover wins! Yay!
Yay!
Yay me!
Yay.
Congratulations, Lego Lover. Wooden Railway Only, you put up a good fight there. I got scared
Really?
for a second.
You really
and I had
did.
barely
bro.
meat on my bones.
Shut
I
up.
got a little scared there because I thought I was gonna have to come up with another tiebreaker question and pull it out of my butt, but luckily that didn't have to happen. But Wooden Railway Only, you made a good fight, my man. Got anything you want to plug?
Thanks. Got my nails dirty. That was a nice fight. Way to go, Lego Lover.
Anything you want to say, Sam?
Basically, I barely did mostly anything. But
That's okay,
anyway,
Sam.
just
Roman.
yeah, it's okay. Like I'm basically the equivalent of Roman in this Thomas battle.
It's your first time.
In the first
yeah, it
episode,
is my
Roman
first time.
was-
Time to go back and train some more.
I'm gonna go train some more. You can have me back anytime. And basically, just if you're not already subscribed to me or anyone here, do it.
Yes.
Hit me up on Twitter, WoodenRS.
Yes, subscribe to everybody here.
Yep.
Wooden Railway Only, really quick. What's your Twitter?
Wooden Railway Only.
Follow him. No, it's not. It's at Wood Railway Only. You liar.
At Wood Railway Only. Oh, my bad. I forgot the at thing. My bad. Whenever people ask me, I always do that.
Follow him on Twitter. He sends out great tweets. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
And Lego Lover, our champion for this round.
Thanks for having me on. It was fun. It was so worth the wait, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody look at me.
You can check out my channel, always Lego Lover 117. You can get me to 500 subs because I just passed 400. Thank you guys so much for having me on here. It was a lot of fun. And yeah.
And yes, get this guy to 500 submarine sandwiches. And guess what, Lego Lover? Now we don't have to say that you have 0 wins, and you have second appearance. Now we can say 1 win.
1 win.
Yay!
All right, all of you are coming back, but Lego Lover is coming back first because in two weeks he's going to be battling the champion Eric Pier 53, as well as whoever wins next week for the championship belt, or except it's not a real belt, for the championship title, I guess. And whoever wins that will become the next champion of Thomas Battles. That's it. Follow me on Twitter at MrMPS2002. Subscribe to me on YouTube, MrMPS. That's it. That's it. Subscribe to Thomas Wooden Railway Community Radio. Follow us on Twitter at TWRC Radio. That's it. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.